I had no idea this fucker was even in the game. I unlocked him while doing my practice run for this episode. I legitimately didn't know he was even here. The Apprentice from The Force Unleashed, was it called? The video game that came out around this time, so that explains a lot about how Star Wars characters got in this game in the first place, to be honest. This is still blank. This is where Yoda could go. I was under the impression that it was like SOULCALIBUR 2, where you had a bonus character who was a different one depending on which version of the game you had. But of course it turns out you can just buy... You start with Darth Vader for free on the PS3. You could buy Yoda separately, or unlock him in online mode. So saith the wiki. But I don't know if I can even access either of those things anymore at this point, so we're just going Yoda-less. But I guess we have to investigate you at some point, but it's time first. Let's just get it. It's what we're all here for. It's what we're all fucking curious. We have to know what the dick's going on here. How have you made this, man? They've said the thing! The text crawl is unfortunately operating on a two-dimensional plane. But the Galactic Empire doesn't say ha ha ha. But I've sent a ripple of powers straight through my own brain to find it. I want to find it. Oh. There's a sporadic space appearance. And it's increasing. Soon Darth Vader wasn't the only one who realised this was a bit strange. Oh. I've had my funny science telling me that there's a silly sword. A different dimension was trying to open a portal. Soul Edge wants your Palpatines to... He's trying to fuck all the Gungans. For warfare. But can I find it and get it today? Oh. I shall walk through the gate and be silly about it. So much silliness going on in the realm. In fairness, when Geralt of fucking Rivia shows up in 6, like, portals to other dimensions are a thing in Witcher lore. So that sort of... It's almost less weird. But we're going to have turmoil now. Massive waves. Swords were not their true form. Convergent energy. They are two different ones of the Force, more or less, and he's decided he's going to take them. With the contrasting swords, I shall see that you have constructed a new lightsaber. That was it, breathing. Breathing. It's a bit like breathing, but you do it through the filter. You're taking too long. The text takes too long to disappear off the screen. You visitor, let's visit the Revenant skeletons. Let's do it. Darth Vader's got guard-breaking potentials up the damage. I can automatically grab some breakers. No. Speak! Oh. Sorry, I'm excited. Darth Vader... I nearly said Darth Maul. I nearly just pissed it all away. There's the dragon. Here's the skeleton. But he's no match for the dark side of the Force. Let's get going. Why? Oh, the lovely dance. You're gonna See that again? For just a moment. What are we looking at here? Oh, and it's Count Dooku with the steel chair! Anyway, let's see it. No, you can, for some reason, you have to finish the second part of that grapple manually, even though it's not especially... Oh! I've just sort of upset his brain. Oh. Well... I'm fixating on grabbing people. Can I... There's no just restart. I feel like I've sort of gently fucked the toads out of the... Okay, it's not just me, right? If we can... Now I've got the horses to deal with, but like, those horses would have to be massive for that to be the perspective, right? We are a tiny Darth Vader living on the edge of a pound coin. Fighting all our little skeletons. We are... Oh god, we're just an action figure. It turns out this is all a dream. It's just a child bashing action figures together. I don't believe it. I don't believe your skeleton's just shuffling around. I'm just gonna... I will have slammed all the skeletons on the floor come Midnight Eve. The day before midnight. I forgot to do it again. I'm going to have to... This is my true form. A man in the shape of a man. You don't realise. Because I'm too good at not making you realise. Push. All this is my realm and I've acquired the honour. Marvellous. You know, that's the biggest gripe I've had with Zasalamel as well. He really needs to get around to that. For fuck's sake, his plan in 3 might have worked. That we keep going to the bloody demonic capital. What's so great about it? Now let's just fight these 3. This assortment of chuckle fucks. What do you have to say near the armors? Yes, Lance.
Doesn't matter who you are. Just fight.
Very much the philosophy that led to my inclusion, I imagine. You don't know the power of the bark side. The dog that I am is ready to upset you. Yes, you never accept me. You'll never accept that I'm about to make you really die. No, I'm trying to get out the Colonel's pit. He shouldn't have dug it in the first place, but now that he has, I have to deal with the consequences of having fallen in. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna do... No! I meant to do a little choke of my own, yes, strangle the man at a distance. You don't want to speak to Darth? You've not got any thoughts to get out to Darth Vader? You may never get the shunts! Yes. Drag you out the floor and poke you a little bit. Some very restrained movements. Oh no, that one was less restrained. No! I don't like how you stabbed me! Ooh. You've only got an umbrella, I'm doing the Force. I should be very strong. But I can't get out of the log flume. I tried breaking the logs apart, but it's... I don't think... You don't flume through the log, do you? You flume on a log. The flume's a separate structure. Maybe that's where I've been going wrong. I broke the log and now I've got no fluming potential. You have no fluming potential. We're going to see the tornado again? Yes. Those lions look very amused. Oh! And I said, Charles, I see there's another funny tornado forming outside the castle. Oh. It's a very simpering twit. Laughy face for the lion state. There, Carstairs, I say, I don't think you've very many tornadoes very about it before, have you? It's one of the first ones, yes. No, yes, I don't quite agree. Nobody knows what they're saying. Nobody cares to know. Nobody wants to interact with them. The pillocks. Hidden behind the armour. Like a realm of dicks. I've got to get another chance at the moon, don't I? Why, that's no moon. Do you get it? Do you get it? It's not a moon. Excuse me, madam, it's not a moon, do you understand?
I will remove all obstacles in my path.
I'm an anime. Anime wasn't invented a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They had death sticks, they had pod racing. They had saying wizard about things. You bonked! You bonked and you've wonked. But now Michael Diamond has a lot of stuff he'd rather blame you for. No, not today he doesn't. Get the twins! Well, that's a shame. You gave me a little kiss on the nose and then you buried me. You may have noticed Darth Vader's got a gauge. You hit me in the penis with a rock while I was trying to talk about the gauge. Oh god. All the red electric. Oh, it is really painful to be me right now. But yeah, certain of his moves deplete the funny gauge, and then if he tries to use a funny gauge move while it's depleted, he stumbles a bit. And I don't know, because it's not all particularly powerful. I wouldn't have think. Yeah, drink my bloom! Bloom? My bloom juice. Made from the Orlando bloom fruit. The bloom fruit, right, grown in Orlando. Do not be confused! It's a pure coincidence, the name of it. Oh, the posh man is going to sing, right? You know what, mate? You gave up. You gave up twisting. Oh, you know, it's starting to make me wonder whether this might not actually be a moon. The thwacks I'm getting off this, it wouldn't surprise me, is all I can say. Mustafa Tide is the name of that move. Mustafa has something to do with that. Look, go. No, go. Kick. Leggy. Oh, something else. My neck. My neck. I've not been in this many pains since the big droid. Go. Plonk you out. That's where I've been going wrong. I should have just flung you into the molten rock. I, of all people, should know how effective that can be. Oh, within the turmoil. I've not pressed my button yet, have I? I need to find out what my fun button does when I'm fighting the two big sworded folks. What if they try and take a sip out of the chalice and I'm not ready?
The fiery emotions
I could stop them. I'm sensing the dark side of the force. Oh, big man!
Stage start.
Oh no, it's the worst Sith, big man! Oh, worst as in most powerful, not worst as in just serially incompetent or anything. An incompetent Sith I wouldn't worry about. But he's big, he's nasty, he's got the swords to prove it, and he's ready to get rid of you. Letters from Pennsylvania! Yeah, that one actually hit you, you see. No, now we're finally financial. You can't get the coins. What the shit? He's a lot more spry than he looks in the films, isn't he? They were really pleased when they figured out that you could make Darth Vader in a video game, because they could actually make him do stuff, whereas you couldn't have in the suit, certainly not at the time. Subsequent days have been really fast. Kick it! Oh, you like rolling, do you? Well, maybe you'll like one of these as well. Maybe you push. I thought maybe he'd push, but he didn't. That feels like there should be truth that anchors you to there. But I don't much care about the prawn. Hey. I swiveled and I stopped you. Now I'm gonna swivel and stop you next. Well, my gauge isn't quite, but I'll be upsetting for you. Don't step on my toes over and over. You're an overt toe nuisance, and I want you to end. Hey, swoo. But no, I wanted to get round the side of you. Sometimes you don't bother moving, and I wanted to test my understanding. But he's not really keen on doing it. Here's my Beepus console. Don't you see that I'm finally here? I'm the robot of your dreams. One who beeps and boops throughout all of the 7 continents. Yes, I've made that many. I'd take the energy out of the eyeball, yes. That's where I get my power. No pillows for my knee time. Oh! Time for me to float near the Sith. That was going to be his catchphrase, but they decided to scrap it because they weren't sure at the time that they could get Darth Vader in the game. They doubted themselves. They doubted themselves, and it led to this. Sword, sword, go for you! Right, time to accomplish the goal that Darth Vader presumably has. Strong impact. Get them out. Power. Silly defeat button. He spruces the top of the tower up a bit when it's his turn. Just sort of noticed, like, he repainted everything, got all the gunky eyeballs off the floor. You are powerful. Darth Vader acknowledges your strength. ASMR. I really love concocting ASMR premises that are odd, because I like to imagine there's a parallel dimension in which they've actually happened now, and that somehow it's a direct result of me having contrived it. I can dream about the day he finally calls me Peppy Pembus, the 5th Sith of the Force. You're jeopardising my future as Peppy Pembus right now. And I want you to spin a dick off the story building. Alright, where they make the fables. They've been manufactured in here since 1980 queer, and I'm here to make the gay ones even faster. All the gayest stories in the building. Play at 150% speed. Alright, 1.5 times speed is another way of saying that. 150 sounds like a bigger number though. So, maybe or no, maybe or yes. It's not ours to question in the dick window. Let me be. Come on, let the sideways ones work. I get so few opportunities to actually use them. I think when I'm trying to preempt... No, I never preempted. I forgot, I looked at his health bar and saw there was only a chip missing. I forget that he gets 2 health bars in this. I was very nearly quite displeased. Here's my tiny friend, he's got little bits of gold. Golden nuggets, they taste cereal! They taste the cereal for... There's the first cannibal cereal. They eat themselves. They taste the cereal to make sure it's not poisoned. Yes, that's the function of it. Of course, when we tried marketing it as a cannibal cereal, people assumed it contained human flesh, which is not true. They contain only the tasty golden puffs of wheat. They're not really. It's not really puffed, is it? They've done something. Puffs aren't crunch. Not as much as a golden nugget, anyway. Listen, if you know your cereals, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, then I can't help you in life, in love, or in this. You're beyond redemption. I can swish the bits back and forth. What a time to be alive. Darth Vader's swishing the bits back and forth. I like your little whirlpool that you've made under yourself of the funny auric field. I think that's grand. I think you should make another grand one for me. I would like to commission you for a funny tornado. Please! This is the worst nightmare Darth Vader has ever had in the pit with a bottle of curry. Oh, who bottled it? The wizards. Didn't you see him do it? You were in the room. I can prove it. I can prove who you are and why you were there. No, Flippy. I've got flips of my own, dickhead. Well, it didn't work. He was trying to bait me into doing
Futile flips! Don't kill me in the source community's favourite bin! Go!
I think this guy nullifies a ring out anyway, so
It wouldn't have mattered, because the sausage was too ready.
you were over-prepared. I think that is just a fancy way of saying the sausage was overcooked. But
You know what? You're overcooked as well some days. So I forgot to shunt properly. I forgot my proper shunt factory. I never did this!
you're the girl full of lightning. You're a little secret.
That's my secret, Tony. I'm always funny. And that. Look at my lightsaber that I twiddled. You weren't expecting me to be a bit electric at the end, did you? You've been silly for not knowing that of me.
Had you been prepared, you'd have done star spaceships. Oh, I never sheathed my one in this actuality. Oh no, he's still going. Nope.
No, choke him.
You have to choke the man. You have to choke the man when you're Darth Vader. Give me the wisps out of you, I need them now. It glows a bit. Oh, push! I gave up about him.
Oh, I turned him into two swords.
Excellent.
Swoosp.
Now I'm the final Darth Vader of chance.
Release your power now.
I shall be funny in the world. Whoa.
I released your power and made the towers slightly sandier. There's the light of the angels. They've finally come to find me.
It's time to stop them once and for all. Wah, 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 wah. And that's how Star Wars end. I hope you listened to my instructional videotape about how it is that it is the truth for you now, for yes. Because if you didn't, I'll be a bit sad.
So thank you for watching it, and now you may go to sleep. Goodbye.